My friends, hello to everyone. Nostalgia hit me hard, and so I played Watch Dogs 2 roughly 9 years after its release. I wanted to answer one simple question. Is it still worth playing today? Welcome to my latest monumental review, where we'll act as digital archaeologists, digging through the layers of the past to understand what remains of its former glory. Our subject today is Watch Dogs 2, a game that saw the light of day back in 2016 under the wing of Ubi. I knew this day would come. The day Watch Dogs 2 would finally be appreciated. Even the original fans of the first game are doing a total 180, saying the second part has aged significantly better. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Watch Dogs 2 is better than Watch Dogs 1. It's been 9 years since its release, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to decide if it's worth playing in 2026. Sit back, get comfortable, and let's go. To understand what this Watch Dogs of yours is all about, we first need to remember where it all began. The first game in the series, released in 2014, was a sort of experiment for Ubisoft. The game promised us a revolution, an open world where you could hack everything, hacker action, and a dark revenge story in the vein of a noir thriller. The protagonist, Aiden Pierce, was a grim vigilante who could manipulate all of Chicago like a puppet on a string using his smartphone. However, reality wasn't quite so rosy. The game suffered from terrible technical issues, repetitive missions, and bloated expectations that weren't met after those loud trailers. The Metacritic score sat at a 77, decent but far from a masterpiece. Nevertheless, the concept of hacker action caught the audience's attention, and Ubisoft decided to give the series a second chance. Why has this game aged like a fine wine while most games just get stale? I recently went back to it, and I think I have the answer. Strangely enough, the thing that held up best is the character-driven story. Over time, people realize that characters like Aiden Pierce have become fundamentally outdated for this kind of narrative. The lone vigilante fighting a puppet master, that kind of power doesn't work that way anymore. Aiden Pierce is a noir, stylish 90s action hero, which isn't inherently bad, but he just doesn't fit this setting. Even his motivation is detached from the core of the series. He wants revenge for his niece's death, which, by the way, was his own fault. It's all very personal, but it doesn't really touch the heart of the franchise, CTOS. The whole hacker vibe there was mostly just background noise. In Watch Dogs 2, everything is different. The heroes are marginal clowns, and that's the whole point. Power today controls you differently. It doesn't just kill you, it denies you jobs, cuts off your access to society, and gives you a social credit score. The clown hackers of the second game hit the bullseye, even if many people didn't realize it at the time. Yes, they're weird, but normal people couldn't be the heroes of this story, because in the eyes of both us and the system, these people are useless, strange, and unnecessary. They're the ones you can ignore. The plot of the second game moves us to San Francisco, a city that has become a testing ground for CTOS 2.0. This is an operating system developed by the Bloom Corporation that controls everything from traffic lights to residents' personal data. It promises security, but turns the city into a digital prison. The protagonist, Marcus Holloway, is actually a normal guy, but his life is ruined by an unjust accusation. The CTOS algorithms flagged him as a potential threat based on racial profiling and social status. He has a threat rating of 82%. Technically, Marcus hasn't done anything yet, but the system has already excluded him from normal society. 99% of employers won't hire him. Banks won't give him a loan. Even renting an apartment is a struggle. CTOS doesn't punish you directly. It advises everyone else on how to treat Marcus. Hell, he can't even get a girlfriend because for her, it's an instant increase in her own threat level. Marcus is 24, and the system has already decided he has no future. His life is ruined not by his mistakes, but by algorithms, just like the ones on YouTube. This forces him to join the ranks of DedSec, a hacker group fighting back against the system. DedSec isn't just a collection of anonymous geeks. It's a community of vivid personalities. Wrench, the most clownish of them all. He wears an emoji mask, which 10 years ago was considered cringe of the highest degree. But the truth is, Wrench is like that because of a childhood where he was bullied for his looks, and a father who constantly beat and controlled him. Wrench is the most broken character, suffering from severe paranoia. He grew up as a violent sociopath capable of literally anything. Sitara. Born into a wealthy family, the system was fully on her side. She's brilliant, but she was never given a choice. She was a hostage to a system that decided everything for her. She wanted to paint and be a DJ, but CTOS didn't need her in that role. To the system, Sitara is defective, useless trash. Josh. They treated him even worse. He has Asperger's syndrome, autism. Josh has a high IQ and incredible hacking skills, but low emotional readability. The system can't fully understand what he wants, so it's hard to control him. Even though he's not aggressive and is actually quite kind, the system flagged him as a danger and cut off all social support, insurance, and medical help. It just sees no value in him. Horatio, the most normal character who actually fit into the system. He worked at Noodle, the local Google, and joined DedSec simply because he thought CTOS was horrible. It's ironic that the most normal person in the crew is the one who dies in the story. The heroes are clowns, but the world around them is cruel. Their goal isn't to physically destroy the villain, it's to destroy him ideologically, to embarrass him, expose him, and make people laugh at him. That's the only thing that works in the digital age. Watch Dogs 2 was 10 years ahead of its time. What seemed like clownishness in 2016 is literally our reality today. AI choosing whether you get a job or not. Watch Dogs 2 became a damn documentary. Watch Dogs 2 has to be up there as one of the most underrated open-world games of all time, a victim of being kept in the shadow of GTA 5. It launched on November 15, 2016, for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Critics met it warmer, 82 points, but the graphics, both then and right here and now, are one of the strongest parts. Bloody hell, is it just me that thinks this game could pass as a recent release? It hasn't aged a day. And the huge plus, it supports 60 FPS on both consoles and PC, which is a must these days. You don't need any DLSS, FSR, or frame generation. It just works perfectly. San Francisco is recreated with love. The Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, Silicon Valley, and unlike many games, there is a surprising amount of interiors. Car dealers, clothing shops, coffee shops. In Watch Dogs Legion, interiors were completely abandoned. But here, they build immersion. This world is actually alive. You'll encounter random gang shootouts. NPCs aren't just standing there. You see two friends chatting. You decide to take a photo with them. One likes the idea, the other is furious. They end up in a massive fight. A guy argues with his girlfriend and starts hitting her. Witnesses call the police and they actually show up and arrest him. You can purposely cause a car accident and watch people freak out. People in the comments of these clips are losing their minds, saying GTA 6 NPCs should be made like this. You want to be in this world and see how the game reacts to your actions. The hacking mechanics are what truly set this game apart. Using his smartphone, Marcus can hack practically everything. Traffic lights, cameras, drones, vehicles, phones, ATMs. You can hack an NPC's phone and put them into the police database as a criminal, a complete and utter nonce, and they'll get arrested. It's hilarious seeing how the world reacts to a total bellend like me. Gadgets play a huge role. The taser, the quadcopter drone, the RC jumper car, and a 3D printer for weapons. Everything is upgraded through a skill tree, stealth, aggression, or hacking. And we can't forget the parkour. Ever wanted to play Assassin's Creed in the modern day? Watch Dogs 2 is the closest you'll ever get. It has the best parkour in the franchise, which for some reason was ditched in Legion. The animations are insanely clean. Regarding the missions, Ubisoft Montreal was trying to move away from their formula back then. On the Watch Dogs 2 map, you'll see one of the cleanest and most beautiful maps ever. Hardly any icons. The developers moved away from the hierarchy of outpost, tower, trash. Here, content is equal. Every side task has unique mechanics. You aren't the master of the city. You're a system error. I didn't appreciate this before. I was used to attractions with heavy direction. In Watch Dogs 2, there's less scripted direction, but more systemic gameplay. They give you a task, and how you complete it is up to you. It turns out being your own director is even cooler. After 10 years, I've grown to love missions with a focus on systems. Even though this is mainly a single-player game, you cannot overlook the multiplayer. Surprisingly, the servers are still active. The hacking invasion mode is basically hide-and-seek on steroids. I love hiding in a pickup truck in plain sight while some guy runs around like a maniac looking for me. There's also two-player co-op and races. The only thing that grates is the disjointed nature of many missions, but the gameplay magic covers it. Ubisoft really knew how to cook, but then they forgot the recipe. Unfortunately, after Watch Dogs 2, the RPG era with its endless grinding began, which lasts to this day. Watch Dogs 2 was literally the last Ubisoft masterpiece, the last game before the grind. We won't see projects like this from them ever again.
Is it worth playing? Absolutely. It's not going to cost your Nan's life. The game is often on Game Pass and PS Plus, or you can grab it piss cheap on Steam. If you're a newcomer, it's a great way to meet the series. If you're a fan of tech themes, it'll give you plenty to think about. On modern hardware, it flies perfectly without crashes or workarounds. I rarely feel this much pleasure from replaying a game. It hit me even harder than it did originally. The prophecy has become reality. Thanks for the like and subscription. Comment down below your thoughts and if you think we need a Watch Dogs 4. See you soon, guys!